Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello, okay, next makeup tutorial. This time I'm dressed up as my take on a Demonic Ringmaster. I just sat down and thought, I'm in a mood to do a Ringmaster makeup, so that's what I did. As always, there's not really much to explain about this look really. I just thought I'd sit down, make something up on the spot. I knew I wanted to make a Ringmaster, so this is what I've come up with. So I hope you guys like my take on it. So yeah, if you'd like to learn how to recreate this Demonic Ringmastery madness, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so I'm going to start things off by tracing on the shape that I want for the mouth. So I'm going to do that with a Collection 2000 Extreme Felt Eyeliner Pencil. Just something that's coal and something that can be easily wiped off if you make a mistake, because at this stage there's no foundation, so it doesn't really matter if there's any rough edges. So just doing a rough sketch basically. Okie dokie, so when I've got my rough teeth shape all mapped out, I can take a M.A.C Chromacake white watercolour and a really small but really stiff brush so I can have like proper control over it. And I'm going to paint each of these teeth in. Then I'm going to take a M.A.C black Chromacake watercolour and I'm going to use that to paint on the inside of my mouth. Then I'm going to take a liquid eyeliner. This one's by Meybelline New York and it's Master Ink. I think this is probably the best liquid eyeliner I've ever found, to be honest. It's just something that's got such a fine point and something that's so dark. It should work really well for this. The idea is I'm going to go in between each tooth, just defining them a little bit and just colouring in the little tiny peaks that are in between each tooth. I'm using a liquid eyeliner just so it doesn't bleed into the teeth. Then I'm just going to go over the middle part of my mouth with a M.A.C black paint stick, just because it's a really nice dark cream, and when you apply a black cream really thickly it tends to like add a good illusion of depth, so it's a good area to go on. Then I can take a M.A.C red Chromacake watercolour and I'm going to go around the edge of my mouth, which is going to be the lip shape. So make sure to make it extra thick on the bottom and on the top, and it gets smaller and smaller as it gets around the mouth. And I think that'll do it for the mouth for now, so I think I should start working on the foundation around that area. So I'm going to take the white M.A.C Chromacake watercolour and I'm just going to start applying it just on the bottom half of my face, just so I can work on the contour lines of the mouth. So there we are. You may realise I'm working a bit backwards. I mean, you could do the foundation first and then do the detailing afterwards, but lately I just enjoy working on the harder detail first and then moving up. It just depends on which way you like working. So I'm going to finish the rest of the foundation after this. So then I can take my M.A.C black paint stick once again. I'm going to use that to do all the contouring. So I'm going to start off by drawing around my cheeks, following the shape of the mouth, then going around the edges of the mouth. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to show you time-lapse where I'm going to go, but I won't blend it until afterwards, just so you can see exactly where I've gone. So there we are, so these are the lines that I've drawn just really roughly for now. The beautiful thing about creams is you can just keep blending them and manipulate them until you've got the shape you want. So the idea now is to take some more cream and just to blend these lines. So I'm going to blend the first edges inwards towards the mouth, not so much touching the teeth, but it's going to go around and gradient over the mouth. These lines and the nasolabial fold lines are going to be blended upwards to give the illusion that the cheeks are a lot fuller. So I'm going to work on the corners first. So like that. Then these lines and these lines get blended upwards. Okie dokie. So the idea with this kind of illusion is the underside has to be the darkest point and it has to be really, really clean to make it cut so the underside's free to blend off. Yeah, just makes the cheek a bit more rounded. So now I just have to replicate this on that side. Always fun. As this is such a large mouth, I think I'm going to do some lines underneath the mouth as well. So as again, I'm going to time-lapse through that and then blend it out afterwards. Okay, so nothing too fancy, and then I'm just going to blend those lines outwards. Then I'm going to hide my eyebrows, which usually you would do first, but as I'm kind of making this up as I'm going along, I wasn't sure if I was going to do that or not, so yeah, I'm going to block them out now. So I'll pop a link on the screen right here to my tutorial to teach you guys how to block your eyebrows out, just so I don't have to show you in this video to make things go a lot quicker. Yeah, so I'm going to block out my eyebrows and get back to you. Then I can continue with the white foundation. So I'm just going to apply that on the rest of my eyebrows and my forehead and my ears and neck. I'm not going to go over my eyes too much because I'm going to be doing a lot of work over that. So then I can take the black MAC watercolour again and I'm going to draw on some really, really angry but bushy brows. So I'm going to have the brows join on to where the brow furrow is going to be. So it's going to be very arched but very thick and bushy. Very quizzical. Then around the edges I'm just going to take a really sharp angle brush and start spiking it out. Then I just need to replicate the eyebrow on that side. Then I'm going to take the black cream once again by MAC. I'm going to use that to go over my eyelids and under my eyelids, and it's going to be very messy, smoky. So there's not going to be too much method to it, but the eyes are going to be pretty much very demonic and smoky looking. Okay, so really blended, as blended as you can get it. Then I'm going to take the black cream again, do a bit more contouring around the edges of my nose, just to make the nose look really snarly. So I'm going to go just around the edge, following into the nasal labial folds I've already drawn, and I can blend those outwards. Then I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Flash palette, but you can buy these colours individually. And I'm going to use the red from that palette, which is just a red cream, just a really nice bright red cream. And I'm going to do a red nose, but I'm going to do it with a super fluffy brush. And I'm just going to dab it just on the tip of my nose and make it really speckled and not neatly blended is what I'm going for. I also did the same thing after that with the black cream and went over the red. I just dabbed it right in the middle and it just makes this really messy clown nose. Then taking the MAC black cream once again, I'm going to start working on the brow furrow. So I'm going to follow the shape that I've got for my brow furrow already, but I'm going to taper that colour upwards and outwards. The inside area needs to be fairly clean just to make the illusion that the skin from this area is pushing forward, just to make it look very angry. Okay, I've done a few furrow lines going around the nose as well, just pretty much the same shape that I did around the tips of my nose, just curving inwards just to make it look a bit more frowny. Then again with the black cream, I'm going to do some lines going around the brows, like I have around the edges of my mouth, just to make the eyebrows look like they're way more raised than they actually are. And then we blend those lines outwards. Then I'm just going to darken up the waterlines of my eyes with a MAC Black Fluid Line. Then I think what I'm going to do is, rather than wear a wig, I'm going to spray my hair black and maybe slick it back. I'm not sure, because the costume that I've got comes with a really cool hat, so I think I'm just going to play this one by ear. So I'm going to pop on my costume, pop in some contacts, and I think I'm done. And there we go, that's the look complete. So I finished the look off by popping on this absolutely beautiful costume, which I got from buycostumes.com. I'll pop the link in the description bar below. I think it's actually my most favourite costume I've ever used. It's so pretty. And to add a little twist on the look, I thought I'd pop in some cat eye sclera lenses, which are these fabulous lenses, which I believe are called Sawn. I got them from scleraxl.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. I just think it makes the look a bit more demonic. And yeah, so that's my Demonic Ringmaster makeup. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like it, please make sure to, you know, the usual, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye guys.